Hey everybody, it's Tammy here from the Canvas Corp Brands 2017 design team. I hope you guys are having an excellent day. Over at the Canvas Corp Brands blog, our March challenge is feathers, and I found just the most exquisite little feathers that you could ever hope to find. This idea is from Secret Soto on YouTube, and I know that her name is Segrid Soto, and she also has a Facebook channel, so I'll put a link to all the places that you can find Secret Soto. She is awesome. She's my kind of girl because she is a DIY, use what you have kind of diva chick, and I have been enjoying her videos so very much. Sigrid made these excellent little feathers, and I was so intrigued with the idea. And it's so simple, y'all, and it's kind of like that perfect little craft where you can sit and you can listen to some music and you can absolutely just get lost in what you're doing. So I wanted to show you how these feathers come together, and I think they would be so pretty like on you know, a mixed media piece. They would be lovely as enclosures for Happy Mail. I mean, the uses for these are just endless. I just love them. All right, the first thing that we're going to do, you guys will need some wire. I picked up some wire at my dollar store, and I got a lot of wire for $1. I'm not sure what gauge wire this is. It's kind of thin, but not too thin. It's kind of the perfect thing for these feathers. You'll also need some scrapbook paper or tissue paper. I used a couple different things. I did use some, this is some tissue paper from my friend Noit in Israel, which I thought those turned out good. This is some scrapbook paper, and this is some scrapbook paper too. You can use text pages. You can use pages from an old dictionary. The painty papers would be excellent. I think I had some painty papers out here, so I'm going to try that next time. So let me show you how these things come together and what fun they truly are. Each month, Canvas Corp has a challenge, and you can go to the Canvas Corp Brands blog and check out the challenge and see what it is and play along with us. We always have a great time. Oh gosh, look at my paintbrush. I think I might have to retire this brush quite soon. You're going to want to get a mixture of either Mod Podge, or my favorite mixture is a little bit of Eileen's Tacky Glue and some water. And you just mix that to a consistency that's spreadable. You know, it's not too thin, it's not too thick. It's about like that, if you can tell about that. Whatever you're using, fold it in half. Now, this is scrapbook paper, so I'm going to fold that in half. And this is a rather, you know, medium weight scrapbook paper. It's not that super thick stuff. It's not the super thin stuff either. And then you start spreading on your glue. I mean, how simple could it be? I love to listen to Sigrid talk. She's got funny stories. She's just very inventive about the things that she's doing. She also has, a video about boho tassels and making boho beads, which I've kind of been on a boho kick lately. It's fun. It's kind of unstructured, and there's a lot of structure in my life. Unstructured is super cool at the moment. All right, I'm going to put that brush in some water. Surprise! Next thing that you're going to want to do is take a few of your wires. Now, your wires are going to be like that, the piece of the feather that goes in the middle. You know, the bone, actually, I think that is. Might be wrong, but I think that is like a feather bone of a bird or whatever. Okay, now you're going to lay your wire in your puddles of glue and water or Mod Podge or whatever you used. I found that a 12 by 12 piece of Scrapbook paper usually makes about 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I don't know about your wire. When you start working with your wire, I had to spend quite a bit of time just trying to get mine straight because it was wound on a round spool. But really, that's no worries right there. Okay, now I've got my 6 wires placed into my my glue. We're going to fold the paper. What I do is press down each vein, if you will, or bone of my feather, just to make sure that everything is sticking. I also really do want to see the bone of that feather. Y'all, if it's not called a bone, I'm sorry. I don't know what it is called, that middle portion of the feather. I do think that's a bone, though. Alright, so we're going to push, push, push. And we can see, I know that it's hard to see, y'all, but you can see the feather taking shape kind of under your fingernails there. I let my feathers, when I get them to this point, they dry overnight. I don't want to cut into them until they're completely dry. So I'm going to set that aside, and I will let that one dry overnight. This is the painty paper that I'm going to try next, but I'll try that when I'm finished telling you guys about this. Alright, so what you're left with is something that looks like this. Now, this was a kind of a wax-ish kind of paper, and it did roll, but I think that's okay. I think I can still work with it. Next thing that you want to do is cut your feathers apart. Do try and even them up as much as possible, but hey, don't worry if they're not even, because a lot of times feathers are not even. They've got kind of a big side and a small side to them. That just really adds to the coolness of this little project. Alright, now you got your feathers all cut apart. Now imagine that. How easy is that? It's so super easy. What we're going to want to do next, and I'll take this one and show you because these still rolled and I might have to work on these a little bit to make them lay flat. Kind of just cut a feather shape. Again, you can see the vein of your feather bone, whatever that is. Okay. Now, when you've done this, what you do next is you start slicing into it. You just cut, 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 cut. And you're going to cut close to the middle of your feather. Our Canvas Corp challenge, the feather challenge, is about rebirth this month, and I think that's a very appropriate theme for this month. When we're experiencing so much winter. But we can go outside and we can see our wild violets or our daffodils, or I saw my peonies coming up today, which is always a very exciting thing for me to see. I love that. Also at the farm, we just put put straw on our strawberries. So that's another thing that's, kind of harkens that indeed, spring is on the way. It will be spring next week. One more week till spring. The official start of spring. I realize that's not spring for everybody. Alright, we are snipping and snipping. This does take a little while. Especially for me, because my little wrist gets kind of tired doing this. Okay. Almost done. And you really can kind of be as nonchalant with this as you want, because what we're going to do is we're going to pull some of these out to really give the feather a super cool real look. Alright, we've got that much done, and you can see the frilly frills we got going on here. Now, we want to just kind of look at your feather. I'm going to cut a little bit more off here. And yeah, that's going everywhere, but that's okay. And then I'm going to start tearing out pieces of it. And this is random. Don't try and be picky about it, because it won't turn out. It's got to be kind of a random, listen to your soul kind of journey as you're kind of plucking out some of these feathers. And there we go. Okay, that's one side. Now for the other side, pluck. I mean, what could be easier? Secret Soto did, she did cut into hers, but like I said, I can only cut for super short lengths of time. It's not my strong suit. Alright, let's pull a few more out. I know it's cold, you know, right now, and this is like one of those perfect things that you can do, and you don't have to go to the store and buy anything. If you don't have wire around your house, you know, do something like, you know, when I made my boho bracelets and I didn't have wire, that I just used some paper clips. I sprung out some paper clips and used that as wire, and you can do that very same thing. I can so see this being something that I want to do a lot of, because I can see these on packages. Like I said, in mixed media, I think they would be so beautiful on a journal page, or, you know, just stuck in an envelope with some happy mail. Gosh, they're just so pretty. Okay, there we go. And there is a little Secret Soto flower. And I think she turned out pretty good. I'm excited to kind of chop into the rest of these. I did hit this, you guys, with a little bit of Tattered Angels Iridescent Silver Glimmer Mist. It doesn't show up great on camera, but I can assure you she's glimmering quite nicely. Try these, guys, and always go to the Canvas Corp Brands website, and you can check blog, and you can check out our monthly challenge, and we would love to have you join our monthly challenge. It's always a lot of fun. It's encouraging, and it's great to be able to show your work to other people and get such super sweet feedback. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to sit here and let my little hand rest for just a minute, and then I'm going to wax some more. Thanks, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.